Hello, fellow humans and resellers. It is I, James, and Pee-wee. In this video, you're going to see some stuff. You're going to see what I've sold. I've got a news segment for you where I'm going to be reading an article about the Postal Service. And also, we've got Courtney begging for some belly rubs. And I'm also going to show you, there's been a couple of error issues that I noticed on eBay. So you're just going to get a mix of all kinds of stuff in this video. So let's go. Oh, we got the puppies. We got the Pee-wee and the Courtney. Being all happy. What's up, kiddos? What's up, baby girl? Here's another one of those search issues on eBay that really makes no sense. So notice the name ADIE, Don't Wait CD. It says there's two. So I want to see what the current listings are. When I hit clear to go to current, it adds a second D into the name for no reason, being that there are showing no exact matches, yet there are some. So why did it add that extra D in there? You take the D out and boom. So if you don't catch that, you could just automatically think that there are 0 when there are in fact 36. Here's another one of the shipping or the search issues. Robert SEAY band, give yourself away. Sold. So I want to see what the current comps are of listed items. You click that, but then it says there's 0 matches found because it changed the spelling. Again, why is it changing the spelling of items? Change it to the correct and there are 27. So again, if this is something somebody does not catch, they're just going to think there are none of those items on eBay and you're going to lose sales. What's up, baby girl? Did you finish your lunch? So yesterday, we had a $1,300 day. We had a big cassette order, as you can see here. This was about $100 worth of cassettes sold. And then I also had a huge hat lot sell. So we've got 42 hats that sold for $424. Yes, $424 hat order. Man, you gotta love that. Got to love it. Just yesterday, I was thinking, where are my repeat buyer on my hats? They kind of vanished for a couple of months. And then as I was calling it a day, probably around 9 p.m., the cha-chings went crazy. 42 pieces for over $400. Adrian pulled these last night already, so I haven't double checked them to make sure. I'm sure they're pretty spot on. Should be 42 here. He's usually pretty thorough with that. As you can see, not really much major items. I mean, a lot of just hats other people would pass up on, except for something like that. It's kind of cool. Cool blues one here. Just an E. Boom. Just a blank blue. Farm and Home Supply. Dog Days. Pool Hose. Gotta love it. Woof. So there we go. Sir Pee-wee's sitting at the top of the steps. He's guarding. Make sure nobody comes down and messes with us. We got Ronnie Millsap cassette. This sold for $4.58. Acoustic Alchemy CD. This sold for $4.50. Apollo 13 DVD. Sold for $5.09. I can't remember. Power Trio from Hell CD. This sold for $4.58. We got Eddie Raven cassette, sold for $9.99. A little Diamonds and Pearl Prince CD, sold for $5.09. Are you ready for a cassette lot? Yeah, well, he bought them separately. I don't know if I'm guessing that the combined shipping is still not working properly on eBay. We got John Taylor Laid Back Pickin' cassette. This sold for $11.50. And we have the Banjos and Fiddles cassette, sold for $4.50. Again, are you ready for a two-piece lot? But again, they did not buy them together. They bought them separately, which is why I think that I know that the offers are still messed up on eBay. I've gone almost 24 hours with only 2 offers. So offers are still a huge mess on eBay as of right now. And so we got this 45 record set here. This sold for $6.11. I'll stick that down there. And then we got the Cole Porter here. This sold for $15. Lenny D, Remember Me? No, I don't. Vinyl sold for $5.35. Baby girl. Isley Brothers cassette sold for $7.63. It's a puppy. Kind of got a little resemblance to Courtney, but bigger. Rich Mullins CD sold for $7. Got some breaking news here from St. Louis area for August 14th. Millions of pieces of mail were delayed in the St. Louis area. So that's the headlines. It goes on to say audit findings were slammed by some local politicians, with Republican U.S. Rep. Anna Wagner saying it went beyond mere incompetence and calling for firing. St. Louis, the United States Postal Service Inspector General released its audit of several St. Louis mail facilities, saying it found systematic issues with one center breaking a record for the largest delay mail backlog in USPS field audit history. The Inspector General's office released the audit findings on Wednesday, which covered 2 distribution centers, the St. Louis Processing and Distribution Center and the Network Distribution Center, and 7 delivery units that may service the main post office in Baldwin, O'Fallon, and St. Charles, the Maryville Gardens and Southwest stations, and the Clayton and Creve Coeur branches. I know I've had some items that are just started taking longer than normal. I've already had to give 2 refunds, and I've had to send 2 messages just trying to hold them off a little bit. So I noticed something was going on, and then this came out today. According to the audit, the St. Louis Processing and Distribution Center has more than 2.5 million delayed pieces of mail between June 3rd and 4th. So this goes back. The largest delayed mail volume since our field operation reviews began in 2021. So this is going back a couple months. Then why am I starting to notice something now? Is it happening again? The audit of the distribution centers revealed deficiencies in all of the areas it reviewed that affect operations efficiency, including delayed mail, packing, scanning, arrow keys, carrier separations and transfers, property conditions, and package separation. It also found security issues at both centers. I mean, we know as resellers that this mail system has been screwed up for a very long time. When we have items that go, they're supposed to go to Florida that go through Puerto Rico, or supposed to go through Texas but somehow goes through North Carolina, the whole system is jacked up. And like I've said before, my post office, the employee parking lot used to be packed, where now it's not even half full with employees' cars. So the fact that everything's been, there needs to be something done with the Postal Service, and the fact that the raises in prices are just consistent 2 times a year, then the holiday bump up also on top of it. I mean, it's just, when will it stop? It has to stop at some point before it starts forcing major changes with small business, or whatever the case may be. Somebody else to come in to challenge the USPS because they can do it cheaper, whatever the case may be. Something is going to eventually hit a dead end, hit a roadblock. Response from local leaders, who represents the 2nd Congressional District, said in a statement that the filings go beyond mere incompetence, and said the findings of the audit are worse than we ever thought, calling for firing of the people in charge. Bad leadership and completely inefficient management have stopped Missourians from getting vital medications and legal documents, and robbed citizens seeking to vote by mail of the opportunity to have their vote counted. Our community deserves a postal service that fulfills its core responsibility, delivering mail, instead of abandoning basic junk responsibilities like showing up and answering the phone. So yeah, this is going on and on. So yeah, it's not, I think it needs to be done nationwide, an audit, because it's an ugly world right now when it comes to the USPS. And hopefully, it doesn't get worse before it gets better, because it definitely needs some improvements all the way around. I mean, we're paying more for less, and that's just sad. So another, are you ready for a CD lot? This one is actually all together. Sold for $23. We've got Future Jams CD. We got Brazen Soundtrack. We got LA Riots Scion Sampler Disc. The Car, if you will. Celtic Eclectic CD. So there we go. $23. An Emotional Fish Celebrate CD promo single. This sold for $5.35. Yo Christmas Tree CD. This sold for $11.04. Season 8 Disc 3, disc only. That sold for $5.09. I just put these up. I had 2 of them. Glassjaw Advanced Promo CD. This sold for $35. And I got 1 more left. Songs of Squire Parson CD. This sold for $10. Israel and New Breed CD sold for $5.09. Kama Sutra DVD. This sold for $6. Unforgotten Melodies 101 Strings CD sold for $6. Apparently, saying $6 turned on my timer for 6 hours. That's funny. So we got Ragdoll the Four Seasons record. That sold for $5.09. And then we've got this Eris power supply. And this sold for $8.50. Are you ready? Well, I'm glad my my hat thing's working. Buy 2 get 2 free, because we got another one. We got this blank red one. We got the second blank red one. We've got Marlowe And we've got San Fran. And those four together sold for $28. And we got this Kango. Boom. I love finding these. That sold for $17. Cha-ching. We got the Reagan Bush 84 hat. That sold for $12. So I'm going to show you something new that just popped up today. And this, I've done just 2 comps today. The first one was normal. The second one comes up new. We've got this new filter pack right above the search now. Because before, I could just click an X to see active, because this is sold. But now we have all these popular filters, quote unquote, here. This could be another way that, you know, filling out more item specifics and or letting AI fill out more item specifics for you is going to help you. You know, they've always said that these things mattered, but before I never really cared about them because they're over to the side. People looking for certain CDs not going to really click on these. They're just going to start scanning. But with them right here in your face, they may get more clicks now than over here to the side. Let me see if it stays there if I clear my things to see active, or if it goes back. So yep, they're here now too. So this was just an update. We're August 14th at 11:27 a.m. and that just popped up for me. So these filters may come more into play now with them right here in your face. So I'm kind of happy that I'm using AI List Easier to fill in more stuff now that this is right here in your face. As I said before, you know, AI is not just going to be a listing tool. They're using it for shopping also. So yeah, I'm eventually going to do my whole store with AI just so that it's better set up for the future. But this is brand new. And let me see what it narrows it down to. We've got 12,000 for a classical Christmas CD. I mean, these don't even really fit this. Greatest hits, I mean, I guess they do kinda. If you're looking for, that's a broad, you know, 1950 to 1999. That's a broad time. But it's classical, but yet they got pop, jazz, first edition. Now these don't mean anything to this, but what if somebody clicked it? What's it going to do? It brings up 1900 first editions, but that's a weird, when it comes to CDs, there shouldn't be 1900 first editions because nobody's going to know if these are first editions or not on something so generic. And now they're gone. So must be something new that's in and out right now. So something to keep an eye out for that is going to help, or I don't know if it's going to help. It's going to help and or hurt sales in the future, depending on who clicks what. So just sold 2 more lots of CDs, 4 a piece, but I'll pull those later. Oh, I'm curious to see where my numbers are. We're halfway through my day today. We got this Notre Dame Fighting Irish t-shirt. That sold for $6. We've got this Rock Lords Magmar axe rifle from 1986. Power of AI knew what that was. Can you believe it? This sold for $13. Athletic Works blank hat sold for $11.04. This hat, I actually was one of the items I'm like, nope, trust AI, trustless easier. I just put it up and it worded the title as Echo Hat Men's, one size adjustable, olive green, cotton, tiger. Tiger is the very last word on this description. I was going to move tiger to the first. I'm like, nope, just go with it. And it literally sold probably like in 24 hours. Anyway, sold for $11. Please feel free to use my List Easier affiliate link below if you want to give it a shot. Acropolis, something like that. This hat sold for $8. GATX rail hat. That sold for $5. I titled this one Unknown Logo. And it sold for $11.04. Got this Ireland Clover hat. That sold for $10. And this just sold. Boar's Pit trucker hat. That sold for $9. So we're halfway through my day. I'm at $385, which is good. As I said, yesterday did $1,300. The day before that did over $900, I believe it was. So eBay finally came around, thankfully, in that department. Just wished the offers were working, because then we'd probably have a little bit more sales. But I ain't gonna complain with those numbers for the last 2.5 days. So hopefully it continues. Oh, you kids are lucky I ordered treats, because that's the last of them. So until I figure out how I want to end these style of videos, I'm going to read a little to you from my AI biography. AI biography? Paws, Petals, and Profits, from St. Bernard Walks to eBay. Sales balancing pets, petals, and paychecks in Missouri. So this was an AI written book that Jan got me. So let's read a little out of it today as we end this video. Chapter 1, Finding Treasure in Trash. The thrill of the hunt. The thrill of the hunt. That delicious tingle that races down your spine like a roller coaster gone rogue is something I've had to learn to embrace in my journey from a guy with a penchant for collecting useless junk to a bona fide eBay power seller. And let me tell you, folks, there's nothing quite like the rush of rummaging through a pile of forgotten treasures, wondering if that dust-covered lamp from Aunt Mildred's garage is going to be the ace up your sleeve in your quest for eBay greatness. It's a thrill that keeps me waking up each morning, sometimes before even Pee-wee, my heroic St. Bernard, who, by the way, thinks morning starts around noon. Actually, he really thinks morning starts around 4 a.m. Picture this, a Saturday morning, sun shining bright, birds chirping, everything looks like a Disney movie's opening scene except for me. I'm decked out in my most comfortable treasure hunting attire, think cargo shorts and my beloved St. Louis Blues jerseys, because you never know when a well-timed slap shot might come in handy while navigating a yard sale, ready to seize the day. Armed with a deceptive grin. Oh, this is getting juicy now. We're just going to do one paragraph at a time. And a handful of crumpled dollars, I embark on what can only be described as an Indiana Jones adventure, where the treasure is often encrusted with the remnants of old soda and smell like a mix of broken dreams and stale coffee. And there we have it. And these guys want some dinner, so that's where I'm headed now. We're going to get them hooked up, and we're going to end this video here. So thanks, everybody. Let me know what you think. And the thing about these videos is you never know what you're going to get in them. Any given day could be something totally different. But I'm sure they're always going to include these kids. All right. See you all in the next video.